Happy Camper Radio starts in 3, 2, 1. Well, Daniel, here we are.
Here we are.
Just days away from Christmas.
Yep.
Are you wore out?
No, I'm good.
You are? Okay. I didn't see much of you last year at this time, so
No,
I think you got your ducks in a row.
Well,
didn't you?
I got a permanent position this time. Last year I was the help. Now
you were the gopher.
Yes.
Okay, you were
regular.
you were doing the stuff that nobody else wanted to do.
Exactly.
Okay, so
I've moved up the ladder, so
well, super.
I have a little bit of time to myself.
And before long, you're going to do nothing at all.
Yep.
Okay,
It's the American
I see
way.
how that works. Is all your Christmas shopping done?
Probably need to do. I don't know. We're doing gift cards this year.
Oh, really? I thought maybe you spent 5 of your last 6 paychecks on your wife.
No.
Well,
Oh no.
okay. Do
It
you know
all
what she?
goes
You know what
into
she
a
got
pot.
for you?
Yeah, we were installing it the other day. The microwave.
Who was installing it, Daniel? Not you.
Hey, you were doing. I was the
Well, that's
motivation for you.
Hey, that's your
I was like,
Christmas
go,
present.
Skip, go, Skip, go.
Skip the handyman, yes.
There you go.
All right. But hey, anyway, we're glad to have you back. And let me say an early Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday to everybody. This is Happy Camper Radio, episode number 88. I'm Skip. I am the Happy Camper, and you, my friends, can be one too. Incidentally, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Camp Talker, add us to Circles on Google+, and now you can catch us on our very own YouTube channel.
Ooh.
How about that?
Yeah.
Have you been
moving
there
up.
yet, Daniel?
No.
You've
not
got
yet.
to check it out. Go to youtube.com and punch Happy Camper Radio in the search engine, and you'll find it right there. We also have a link to it on our website. If you want to subscribe, very simply, just go to www.happycamperradio.com, and this way, all you have to do is go to the sidebar. You'll find every one of our social media icons, and you'll find the brand new YouTube button where you can subscribe. And the nice thing about this, Daniel, is the fact that if you have an iPhone, you and I both have iPhones.
Yep.
We both have iPads. You have an
We
iPad
do.
Mini, and I've got the brand new
Yeah.
iPad
Fancy
Air
pants.
2. Yes.
Yep, the fancy pants one.
And you can also, most of these brand new TV sets that a lot of folks are going to be getting for Christmas, the ones they have been fighting over in
Right.
the stores during Black Friday, have built-in internet,
Ooh.
complete with YouTube installed.
There we go.
So this way, if you have a nice setup in your living room, you're relaxing, just bring Happy Camper Radio up.
There you go.
That's a perfect atmosphere for the show.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so, hey, anyway, that's what you have to look forward to. And again, just visit our website, happycamperradio.com, and you can find it all right there. Daniel, we've got some shout-outs here.
Ah!
Yes, first of all, let's say hello to Susan Donkers from Greenville, South Carolina. She likes us on Facebook. To Danny Kirkpatrick of Sydney, Australia. Captain Dan Porter of Oregon. Brian Daniel, Richard Easy of Saltdean, England. That outdoor guy sounds like me from Signal Mountain, Tennessee. Also the folks at Country Campers in Nashville. Troy Tikowski of Belle Plaine, Minnesota. They're all following us on Twitter. And finally, let's say hello to the folks at Bayview RV Sales. They added us to Circles this past week on Google+. Thank you all so very much. We're glad to have you as part of this great Happy Camper Radio family. Danny, we're going to do something different here on the show today.
Okay.
We have, on a number of occasions, interviewed people who specialized in certain things.
Uh-huh.
We interviewed the guy who was pretty much an expert on geocaching.
Yeah. Oh, I know him.
Yeah, we've interviewed some other folks, too. I interviewed some individuals recently on that camping trip that you did not go on, but could have been. And, it's great to have the opportunity to talk to people. But today, for the first time, we are going to reach out to someone who is in the campground business.
Oh,
We
nice.
are going to talk to a campground owner.
Awesome.
And let's get her on the phone right now. And joining us from Meadville, Pennsylvania, is Robin Chilson, owner of the Meadville Koa Campground. Robin, welcome aboard the Happy Camper Radio Show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here today.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. How long have you been in the campground business?
My husband and I have owned Meadville Koa Campground since October of 1999.
Wow, I imagine that's got to be a very exciting profession to be in because you're into the hospitality industry, and
That's correct. Actually, they call it the outdoor hospitality industry, and boy, that's a truism. Unlike hotels, we primarily do our thing outdoors. We're parking campers, greeting people, escorting them to their site, helping them get parked, spending the weekend entertaining them with a host of scheduled themed weekends and planned activities, and then check them out on Sunday and wish them well on their trip back home.
Wow, that is great. I have a young family, all right, and let's say, like millions of other campers, camping is something that we love to do. Why should we choose Meadville Koa Campground as our next camping destination?
Well, first of all, we're all about family. So we have a wide range of activities and events and things to do for the whole family and kids of all ages. And when I say that, I truly mean that. People don't get old because people stay younger when they play. So it would behoove you to camp and enjoy life and have fun and relax on weekends, and there's no better way to do that than with events and activities at a campground. And we do everything from free crafts for kids to corn roasts where we roast 1,200 ears of corn, and adults can eat all they want to eat. I mean, it's an all-you-can-eat corn roast. So, I mean, it's just a wide range of activities and events for kids of all ages. We do all kinds of stuff. Halloween weekends, we do fun, wet, and wacky weekends. We battle our local fire company in a water barrel battle with the fire hoses from the fire truck, so the campers can be firemen for the day. I mean, just a wide range of crazy activities and events to keep people entertained all summer long.
Daniel and I are kids at heart. We would have an awfully great time at your campground. There's no doubt about that.
Okay, do you have putt-putt?
We do have
okay, that's all I care about. I'm good.
Yep.
That's all I care about.
There you go.
I'm all about the putt-putt.
All about the putt-putt.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, we do a whole lot of other stuff. We have 7 fishing ponds, one of which is a 2-acre lake, and then we have another one that's a 1-acre lake that's stocked with fish. So as you might guess, fishing is a big thing at our park, and we have children of all ages, including adults, who love to spend time drowned in worms at our park. And it's catch and release. They don't have to have a license to fish. So even guys who come up from North Carolina or Tennessee can come to our park and fish and not have to buy a license and enjoy time catching the big bass and carp and catfish we have in our lakes.
You know, Robin, when we talked on the phone the other day and I was trying to get an idea of where your campground was located, I come to find out that we went to Conneaut Lake up there, and that's not too far away from where you're located. Is that correct?
That is correct. We're only about 20 miles from Conneaut Lake. Conneaut Lake is on the west side of Route 79 from our exit, and we're on the east side of Route 79 at our exit.
Dare I ask what the weather is like in your neck of the woods at this time of year?
Yeah, we're under snow. We've got a couple, depending on what part of the county you go to. There's between 3 and 6-7 inches of snow in our county right now, and I think it's in the 30s today. I haven't looked at a thermometer, but I think it's in the low 30s today.
Is your campground open year-round?
Oh, no. We're closed for the winter. We operate from the third weekend in April to the third weekend in October.
There are a lot of campgrounds like that, and I can understand because there are so many families that do go camping, and we were just talking about this on the show last week, that so many campers, they pack it away in the fall and winter time and just save the camping activities for the spring and summer. So I imagine that time of year is pretty busy for you.
Well, just to give you an idea, back in November, in fact, it was while we were gone at convention, this area was at 12 degrees. That would be some pretty nippy camping. It would be pretty tough to maintain your tanks and hoses and so forth in that kind of weather. That's pretty chilly camping. And so while we're kind of enjoying a balmy time right now, this is kind of unusual for our neck of the woods, and we're usually pretty well frozen and buried under snow. Meadville KOA is we're about 40 miles south of Lake Erie, and Erie, Pennsylvania was the snowiest city in the United States last year.
And 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 Lake Erie is not, geographically, I'm thinking in my head now, is not very far from Buffalo, New York, and they got hammered big time here a few weeks ago.
Yeah, they got that was actually while we were down south too. They got hammered big time, and then it turned around and rained, and they suffered horrible flooding. So the weather here can be pretty brutal, especially in the wintertime.
Yeah, so spring and summertime camping, I can go right along with a lot of folks and why they do it. I personally enjoy the cold weather, so that's where Daniel and I disagree on a lot of things, because he likes going out in the summertime, and it's just too hot for me, especially here living in the South where I am from Pennsylvania. And I'm so used to the cold temperatures. And hopefully I'm going to be going on a camping trip the day after Christmas if all the guys decide they want to go along too. We're gonna plan on that. But anyway, getting back to the Meadville KOA Campground, I know we talked a little bit about some of the things that your campground offers. Are there any other special activities that you provide to your guests when they can come to your campground?
Well, sure. We provide them. We have a brochure rack in our game room, and we provide local events and activities. And, we're not very far from the Pomatuning Spillway, which if you've been to Conneaut Lake, you're probably familiar with.
I've been there, yes.
It's the place that's known in Pennsylvania where the ducks walk on the backs of the fish. And it's a unique opportunity to see a bazillion carp, and you can feed them bread. And the ducks and the carp fight over the bread. It's pretty unique. We're not very far from Titusville, so we're an easy drive to go see the valley that changed the world. It's been featured on the History Channel, and it's where oil was first discovered by a man by the name of Drake for the Rockefellers, and we all know how that story ended. And we're not very far from Presque Isle in Erie, which is the most visited state park in the state of Pennsylvania. Pomatuning State Park is the second most visited state park in the state of Pennsylvania. And our park is a big, spacious park, but we have all the modern conveniences that the state parks don't have. We have the Wi-Fi, the cable TV, full hookup campsites, the beautiful swimming pool, the fishing ponds, the activities and events, and, of course, other great camping families that camp here. It's a family campground, and we maintain a family atmosphere at our park.
Daniel is sitting here eating this all up because, first of all, you have Putt-Putt. I know where he'll be. He loves to bring the electronics. If he could bring a 60-inch television set to the campground, he would do that as well.
I do that.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question. I don't know anything about Pennsylvania. I've been to Hershey, like, when I was a kid, but when I think of Pennsylvania, I always think of Pennsylvania Dutch country. Are y'all anywhere near there? I don't know.
No, we're not. That's
okay.
actually in the southeast corner.
Okay.
And we're in the northwest corner.
Okay.
But there is an Amish community in our area.
Oh, okay. Do they let people go and experience that kind of lifestyle?
We're not as commercialized. The Amish in our area aren't as commercialized as they are in the Lancaster area.
Okay.
Most of the Amish people in this area came over here from Ohio, and they run some local shops and stuff. And in the summertime, they actually have a benefit auction that benefits their local Amish school, and they hold that July 12th weekend.
Okay.
Is that Amish auction.
Okay.
And you can go there and buy Amish goods. The Amish are there.
Oh, wow.
You can buy leather goods, wood goods, Amish-made quilts, Amish-made foods, all kinds of stuff like that.
I'm always
auction, and it benefits their local Amish school.
I'm always fascinated with that kind of stuff, the handcrafted stuff, and we don't really have anything like that down here. But up there, it's just it's just so cool that, people live
So
like that.
right up the road from our campground between us and Meadville. So you'll drive right by it if you come here and come in from Route 79. You'll drive right past it's called Miller's Farm Deli, and it's an Amish deli. And a little farther down the road is Miller's Wood Products and Greenhouse, and they sell lawn furniture, playgrounds, built log furniture that like bedroom suits, kitchen suits, all kinds of stuff like that. And they have a greenhouse there where they have all kinds of plants and flowers. It's a pretty nice place. And they're both Amish run and operated.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. Robin, we actually communicated for the first time while you were attending this year's KOA Campground Convention in Charleston, South Carolina.
Guys, I appreciate that. Thanks for the shout-out. I appreciate that. That was very nice.
Absolutely. Hey, we understand that the Meadville KOA Campground has been awarded the 2015 KOA Founders and Presidents Award by Campgrounds of America. Tell us about this honor and what it took to achieve it.
Well, thank you very much. And yes, we did achieve that honor. We've been a President's Award-winning campground since we joined KOA in 2011. And we've been working towards this Founders Award over the last several years. And what happens is KOA sends out an inspection team. And that inspection team comes to every KOA campground in the United States and Canada. And there's certain criteria they want us to meet. Cleanliness levels, restroom cleanliness, seats for you to sit on in the showers, privacy doors that latch on the outside of the showers, all kinds of things. It's a wide range of stuff, and every KOA campground has to meet these basic qualifications. But the more qualifications, the more things that you meet, items on those lists that you meet, the higher your score. And then they take that score, and every camper who camps at a KOA campground is requested to provide an email for a confirmation. With that email, when you depart, when you check out, KOA emails you a customer satisfaction survey form, which goes back to KOA. And in that form, they ask two questions. One, how happy were you with your camping experience at this KOA? And two, how likely are you to recommend this KOA to other people? And based on those scores, campers rate one of those is 1 to 5, the other one's 1 to 10. KOA then has an algorithm for calculating what's called a Net Promoter Score. And so based on the Net Promoter Scores, which is customer feedback, and that the ratings off that quality review that we get from the quality inspection team, that's where those scores come from. And we're proud to say that our campers rate us, most of our campers rate us in the 9s and 10s, which is just awesome. You can't ask for more than that from your campers. And we build personal connections and relationships with our campers. Many of our campers have camped with us for years. My husband and I have owned the business for 15 years. They've watched our sons grow up in this business, and they've now left and are doing other things with their lives. But Tim and I are still here and greeting new families and new young children, and just a pleasure to watch these families grow up and these kids grow up, and we have a lot of fun with them and appreciate them sharing that opportunity with us. And so that's basically how you reach those award levels, is by your performance with your customers, what they tell KOA you're doing, and what the inspection team sees when they're here to inspect you.
That is so great. I know if my wife were still around today and our kids were younger, a campground like yours would be one we would definitely be heading to, because it sounds like, for youngsters to have all those activities, and you know how kids are, they just cannot sit still. They're not like me, who wants to sit by the fire 24/7. But
that's exactly how Tim and I got into this business. We camped with our two sons, who are now 31 and 27. We took our boys to family campgrounds when they were little, and when we decided that we were going to own our own business, we started talking about camping and how much we loved it, and thought, geez, that would be a good business to go into, and did the research and wound up becoming campground owners. But that's exactly what got us into this business and exactly why we do what we do. We love our campers. We love sharing those camping experiences with our campers. And we wanna be that family campground that we would have taken our boys to. You know what I'm saying?
And it sounds like you really enjoy what you're doing. Just
we
from
sure
the
do. We sure do. We have some fun stories about times that we've picked on kids. My husband took. We had some campers come in, and we went up around. They had invited us to come up and sit by the campfire with them. We went up to visit them, and he took their grandkids on a snipe hunt. And so, those kids are still laughing about the snipe hunt, and we're still having fun with these kids, and it's just a great way to have fun with kids, and you can turn the most common, ordinary, mundane things into a fun time.
In recent weeks, Robin, Daniel and I did an episode on Halloween camping. And from looking at your website, it looks like your campground hosted such an event this season. Tell us about that.
Well, we actually do a couple of different types of Halloween weekends. The first Halloween weekend we do is centered around kind of haunting. It's more of a teenager thing. And we do haunted campsite competition that's pretty awesome. And this next year we're going to send the kids on a scavenger hunt where they have to hunt up things. And we're going to have a candy bar hunt, and they're going to play zombie tag. And then the next weekend we're going to have our traditional Halloween weekend, which is the costume contest, the campsite decorating, and the trick-or-treating. And then we have a free pancake breakfast. So it's just a great weekend for families to get out and be together, and it's a safe environment for you to bring your little kids to the campground and walk them around and get treats. And like you said, and like most people know, it's not like being in a hotel where you don't know your neighbor. Most campers know each other. They're very friendly. It's a very social atmosphere, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of people like our park. We have a gated community. We keep the unwanted traffic out of our park with that gate, and it provides a certain amount of security and protection for our campers and their children.
Robin, where can our listeners go to learn more about the Meadville KOA Campground?
Well, we have a great website at www.meadvillekoa.com. We're also on KOA's website, so if you go to KOA.com, you can find us through there. We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, Twitter. There's lots of ways to get connected with us and learn more about us. So whatever method campers want to use, we're happy to have them use those tools available to them and join the conversation.
Well, Robin, I can't speak for Daniel, but we'll take a look and see what 2015 looks like, and if time and opportunities permit, we would love to come up there and pay you and Tim a visit. Your campground just sounds absolutely wonderful.
Well, that sounds great, and we'd love to have you. One of the things we love to do is make happy campers. So we not only love to have happy campers come visit us, we've had campers who come who weren't so happy that we tried to make happier before they left. So we've had some experiences over the years that are probably kind of unique. We had a couple come here from Florida one time, and the fellow had been taking in a new medicine, and it was making him ill, and he couldn't drive his motorhome back to Florida. And my husband actually delivered the motorhome back to Florida for him.
Oh, wow. That is so wonderful.
We've had people come in with car trouble, have hit a deer, flat tires, pop-ups that wouldn't pop. I can't even begin to tell you. And my husband has fashioned cranks. He's helped lift pop-ups. He's helped change tires. He's helped fix wheels. I can't. We were laughing and joking last night because one year at the RV show, we had people come up, and it seemed like multiple times that season, multiple people came up and said, "Do you remember me? I'm the guy you helped with da 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 da," And we'd go a couple days, and somebody else would come up and said, "Do you remember me? I'm the person that you helped when my pop-up wouldn't pop up." And it's just funnier than the dickens to see how those things and that goodwill that you do for your customers comes back to you in in their appreciation that you took a bad experience and turned it around for them. So,
Well, Robin, I want to take this
a lot of
time
fun.
to thank you so very much for talking with Daniel and I and being on the show. And again, we're talking with Robin Chilson of the Meadville Koa Campground in Meadville, Pennsylvania, and you can look them up online and check out their website. It is beautiful, a lot of activities, a great family camping destination. Robin, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you, and the pleasure was all ours. And we hope to see you this summer. And all the other campers out there, stop by Meadville KOA if you're coming through. We'd love to have you.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you.
Wow, Daniel. How about that?
There you go. That was cool.
That really was. I enjoyed talking with her, and we are going to have to get up to Meadville, Pennsylvania. There's just no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not now. It's their off-season, as she just explained to us. But if you look at the website, and it's going to be on our homepage all week long, and you get an idea of what summertime activities they have during the season, that they have a lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great place. In fact, it is our featured campground of the week here on the Happy Camper Radio Show. Yes, Daniel, we are going to Meadville, Pennsylvania. It is in the northwestern part of the state. I'm very familiar with that area because I have lived up there for the first 18 years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I have camped in Pennsylvania, all parts of Pennsylvania, but one place I have not been where I really want to go, and I think deep inside, Daniel, you would love to make the trip, you and your wife, to go to Meadville and enjoy a week of camping vacation. And this is the place to do it, folks. If you're into family camping, if you love the family environment, plenty of things to do. Consider the Meadville KOA Campground in Meadville, Pennsylvania. It's our featured campground of the week here on the Happy Camper Radio Show. Every week, Daniel, you know, we talk about places where folks can go.
Right.
And we reached out to all parts of the country.
Yes.
But if you're really looking for a place where family matters, where you know you're going to be greeted by individuals who deeply care about their customers and making your experience a very pleasant one and making it one where you're going to want to come back time and time again, the Meadville KOA Campground is for you. There's a lot of information on their website. Take a look at the activities and the amenities that they have. There are plenty. Check the media gallery out. Take a look at some of the photographs that they have. And I love that we were just talking about the Halloween camping environment.
Yeah, that
and
was
how
cool.
super it was.
Mm-hmm.
And this was before we had an opportunity to talk to Robin. And what they did up there at Halloween, Daniel, was awesome. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
And I just, can't get enough of this type of camping environment. I wish every single campground did what Robin and her husband do in making people feel welcome. They do it upright. And you can make your reservation by calling them here at the campground. And keep in mind, too, now that they are in their off-season. So you're not going to be able to plan a trip maybe tomorrow, the next day, or the week after that. I don't think you want to go camping in 5 or 6 feet of snow anyway. But when they do open up, it is a place for you to consider. Give them a call. Give Robin a call. Her number is 814-789-3251. That number again, 814-789-3251. It's the Meadville KOA Campground, and it is our featured campground of the week here on the Happy Camper Radio Show. And as always, if you have a campground that you would like for us to feature on the program, give me a shout. Skip, SKIP, at happycamperradio.com, or the mailman,
Daniel at happycamperradio.com.
And by all means, make sure you include a link to the campground website. Well, Daniel, it's time for me to sit back, kick back in the chair, and enjoy some hot chocolate.
Oh.
I've got some hot apple cider I got to whip up, too.
Oh, okay.
This is going to be our last episode for 2014.
Uh-oh.
We're going to be taking a break next week, and a long-deserved one, too. Anyway, Daniel, let's take it easy right now. Your wife has dinner probably on the stove, and she's dying to get you over there. But anyway, we're going to do it up real good in 2015. We've got a lot of great more episodes lined up, and I'm looking forward. Hey, don't forget, you can catch us online anytime at www.happycamperradio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Camp Talker, and add us to your circles on Google+. The Happy Camper Radio Show is a presentation of Skip Huber Productions. I'm Skip. I am a happy camper. And from Daniel and I here at the Happy Camper Radio Show, Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. We'll catch you in 2015. Bye-bye, everybody.